Welcome back to Thoughts from John. We're here with JJ. We're on part 2. We're going to go through and break down some of the obstacles that we did in part 1 and also some of the commands that JJ followed. One thing I want to talk about is a leash. You could use any leash that you feel is appropriate. We use this one here, which I can lock down here and make it a little bit tighter on his neck. We don't have a collar on him right now, but we use this for training. All the commands and all the obstacles that we did in part 1 came from training with a leash first. One thing you want to do is train your dog on how to accept a leash by taking a treat, putting it in front of him, then putting their head through and going ahead and giving them that treat. We'll show you, demonstrate that now. Did you sit? So we just put it through, we tighten it up. We loosen it, take it off, grab another treat, and just do this a couple times throughout the day, which then JJ will start to, or your dog will start to learn to have that collar or leash on them and be able to do training throughout. So what we're going to demonstrate now is to make it familiar to have your dog on a leash and also get them into the sit position to learn how to sit. And this is using targeting and also leash training when you're pulling back, getting him to sit. Let's demonstrate that now. So what you want to do is grab a treat and you just do targeting. Targeting means you put a treat in your hand, you have your dog follow it. What I'm doing here is having JJ follow the treat, but also pulling on the leash so that he knows when he gets a pull on the leash to go in that direction. When you pull back, your dog should sit even though the treat is up here and he wants to get it. So let's demonstrate that now. JJ, come. We'll pull the leash. We'll pull the leash so he knows to come. We'll pull back, he should sit, and then we give him the treat and tell him good job. So what we're going to demonstrate now again is putting the leash on the dog, putting him in the sit position, and also getting him to lie with the leash on. So we'll go ahead and take the treat and put it through his head, make sure he's comfortable with it. Like I said, I suggest you do that 5 to 10 times a day just so they get used to putting the leash on. We'll go ahead and do some targeting and we'll pull back and get him to sit in the sit position. So come JJ, come, pull back, he sits. As you can see, he wants to go forward, but giving that pull back is putting him in the sit position. So now we're going to work on getting him in the lay position. We'll get him to follow, target, target. We'll pull back, sit, good boy. Bring the treat down, and he comes down, and at the same time you're saying lay, or giving him the symbol as to what you want to show in the future as what lay is. So we'll get him back to the sit position. We'll take the treat, we'll go down again and give him the lay position with the symbol. Lay. He goes to the lay position, we give him the treat. Sit, good boy. So to conclude today's video, again, what we worked on is get yourself a leash and work on that. 5 to 10 times a day, even more if you want. Get that treat, put his head through, lock him in so they're used to having that leash on. The other thing is work on targeting with the leash on. Let them follow that treat, pull back, get them into the sit position. Again, once you conquer that, take them to the lay position, make sure you're using your verbal commands and also body language as to how and what you want him to do at that time and get him into the lay position. So those are some of the simple things on how to get your dog to sit and lay and also be familiar with the leash. Thanks for watching Thoughts from John. Please subscribe and we'll continue to throw out some cool videos for you. Create yourself a great day.